Well, recently, as of even this weekend, I know that President Trump just signed off on an executive order for what's called the eVTOL aircrafts. It's the electric vehicle takeoff and lift. I think what Sam described it, takeoff and lift, takeoff or lift, eVTOL. Basically, they're not necessarily just drones, but there's a whole subspecies to these drone vehicles, at least. And Archer is one of the main companies behind them. So they had some major executive order that was signed off on them from President Trump over the weekend. And it led to a good squeeze up even in the after hours here from Friday. So big pop right away. But even further heading into this morning, right? All right, quick question here. When a stock is moving up for Margaret, Farzad, Bill, Jeff, Anastasia, all of us just here in our room, I want you to answer for me. When a stock is simply moving up, who is winning that battle? Doesn't matter about the news, doesn't matter about President Trump, doesn't matter about any executive order. When a stock is moving up, who's winning that battle right then and there? The buyers, right? Absolutely. So when a stock is breaking over a big resistance, you'd say that the buyers are winning that battle, correct? Right? All right. Well, the big question here is where is our resistance? Where do we have resistance here? And yeah, we can go back to Archer from just before. It looks like there was a big resistance it recently broke above just here. This big 160,000 share sell order that popped up at 1144, 1145 the price. Yeah, we could look at that. But guys, this news came out over the weekend. It came out on Friday in the after hours, mind you. So we could even go back as far as Friday, but let's even use this to our advantage. Let's use this to our advantage here. Give me a quick moment and I will use this to our advantage. What price sticks out looking at the far right side column here? CVP. What price has the largest spike of volume? That's the first question. What price has the largest spike of volume? What do we got? Good afternoon to a few of us just joining us on the YouTubes here today. Again, at Cyber Trading U. If you're on social media, just hop over to YouTube. Make sure to follow and subscribe to our channel there. You got Dave, I believe, right here on YouTube, as well as Kevin, our new neighbor here, so to say, from Lakeland, Florida, Southwest Florida myself. Yeah, 1120. 1120 is the big one right here, right? No debate. This is the largest, right? Now you could say, hey, there was a couple of big orders that got broken through here on the way up. So it looks like this order at 1120 early this morning in pre-market here for about 30,000 shares got broken over, as well as this one here too at 1125, mind you. But that's where just a moment ago, if you're following us inside our live trading room, it pays to be a member, obviously for the watch lists and for the audio broadcasts that we do in the morning, the afternoon, but it just pays to just follow the chat board here, right? So I wrote just before, looking to see if Archer can make a move, make a move back up, and I was saying that if it could flip 1120 from resistance to support, from R to S, then we have a move. So why I'm showing this to you is, well, hey, look at where it's at now. So why did I say what I said? Well, it's because we had resistance here, at least from pre-market hours at 1120. And if we're looking for this to make a better run, it's got to at least play nice and flip that resistance into a support, right? So what we cover in phase one even, let alone phase two and then the advanced class. But that's where just a moment ago, it was kind of teasing the area again. It was holding under it at first as resistance, rightfully so. And then the more times it keeps poking it in a smaller compression, smaller concentration of time, you're more likely to get that run. So, you know what? It broke over 1120 well, and not much time to even see it try and flip it into support yet. Now, of course, I mentioned that there was a resistance here at 1145, 1144 here, I guess it is, about 158,000 or so, 160,000. Now, this order did get pulled. This order here ended up getting removed from the book before it got broken through. So there's no legitimate buying pressure there as much. The buying pressure is off 1150. 1149, 1150 here. So now the question is, can this be strong enough to push up to the next resistance? Real quick, answer is not on this screen here. I want our students to answer this for me at least. And you got like Dawn here, Uday, you got Lee, you got Miller joining us, great to see, and Rick, and you got Tim, you got Tom M. A lot of our gold students that are at least with us in phase one. Answer is not on this screen. Just want you to know that. But where could you assume the next resistance to be here on this book map? Not on this screen here is the answer, but where could you assume the next big dark orange or red line to be at on the screen going up there? Wow, so many of us are so quick to answer the whole number at 12. Dawn, Sam, Farzad, Lee, Phil, Uday. Check this out, actually, really quick. If you're joining us on social media, I like to show this from time to time. These are all of our students just that are answering us right now live. Dawn, Sam, Farzad, Lee, Phil, Uday, Tom, Laureen, Joyce. Correct. That's where I'd assume for there to be a resistance, and they are correct. They are correct right there at 12 bucks, 177,000. Looks like that seller's getting larger. So the selling pressure is trying to pick up a little bit, at least on the order book. But as long as this can continue to play nice, even to say flip 1150 into support, if it were to break below it here, I would just assume 1120 would be my next level. Just to see the retest of 1125, 1120 is support. I'm in this trade from a little lower than that, but you know what? This might be a good time to just even take half my trade out and then keep half in. It's holding over pre-market resistance too, though. So there's not like a strategical need to get out here on this trade yet. If you're in from 1120 or even lower from, I was playing around, I'm back testing a couple of things with like indicators. Probably come out with a video on that soon enough. I just got to pull more statistics on it, more data on it as far as like win-loss ratio and whatnot. But I like what I got. Now it's just to say though that, hey, there's not really a strategical need to get out on this trade just yet. It's not breaking a lower low here. It's holding this as support, which was resistance as well in pre-market. So maybe I'll move my stop up a little bit. It's on a full-size position, so it makes sense to at least take half out at some point. But just give me a brief moment here. Probably even slice down towards 1138. There's a smaller little dip point where it just made previously. So if it shakes down, I'll give it like a small amount of leeway here, but go down to here. But otherwise, though, hey, it's been a great trade so far, right? The Archer trade. Now, how about the others? We'll check out Joby, Joby. Well, hey, this one's been more of a sleeper here so far. It's been kind of lackluster so far, and now just recently it's starting to make a little bit of a run. I feel like the Archer has been a stronger move, not just like looking at the 1 minute chart, but looking at the daily chart here. This has been a stronger trade historically, built a stronger push back up going into May, into this month, whereas the Joby trade, it dropped off a lot more first, deeper into this consolidation it built from the year prior. It took a while to come back up here. So I feel like it's going to take longer for this to build out a little bit here before it continues. I just feel like the Archer is a little bit stronger of a historical graph. That's where I have a little bit more confidence in trading this one. But if you were to compare Archer to Joby today, we'll go through the same motion here on Joby. Like, why did this not make as good of a move until now?
Become a Cyber Group member today. Just click the link below and receive all these amazing products and a world of knowledge for just $9. Do it today.